Hello, my name is Joy Wyatt, and I've been a palliative care fellow at Fordham during the 2017-18 school year. I came to the field of social work with the intention of working in palliative and end-of-life care, and I came to that decision after a personal experience with one family member, my mother, where I spent a lot of time with her and with her care providers and learned that the social workers were the people who were doing what I felt was some of the most important and impactful work to support patients and their families as they approach the end of life. I find that when you're working as a social worker, as a social work intern in palliative care, the work you're doing is helping patients and their families make sense of what's happening at the end of life or during a chronic illness, that they don't know what to expect. And part of your role as a social worker is to help them navigate the systems and the confusion that arises when a person is undergoing the changes around being chronically ill or approaching death. Every family, every patient charts their own path. That's what makes the work of social work so interesting, because you're meeting the client, whether it's the patient or the family, right where they are, and you're helping them figure out what their goals are in life. Just because they're approaching end of life, just because they're chronically ill, doesn't mean they don't still have things they want to accomplish. And some of our best work is the work we do with our patients and their families to figure out what those goals are. The work of a social worker is helping patients and families understand the things that they hear from medical providers, understand the implications of their illness, their diagnosis. Sometimes we educate families about advance directives. What is a healthcare proxy? Why is it important? Why is it important to review it? Sometimes our work is helping families make difficult choices around preparing for a funeral or a memorial service. Sometimes we provide mental health screenings and we provide clinical support to people who may have some form of mental health diagnosis. And for many of our patients who actually receive services at home, sometimes things at home go wrong, and our work is helping to make those situations right. This is not a cookie cutter field, and the experiences of patients and families don't fit any particular model. Everybody forges their own path, and that's what makes our work as social workers in this field so interesting, because we're meeting the clients, the patients, and their families exactly where they are. You might be working in a private home with a person receiving services, hospice services at home. You might be working in a nursing facility or a hospice facility. You might be working in a hospital that has palliative care or hospice patients. You might be working in a clinic which is delivering services to chronically ill patients. So your work can be done in a number of different settings. In palliative and end-of-life care, you're going to use all of your social work muscles, and you're going to make a difference. That's what my clients tell me anyway.